one of the big tasks in our training program is to get a certain number in puzzle survival. For my band, the 2400s, there's 3 levels. You got to get 61 first, 64, and then 67. Right, and then we're back to like, kindergarten stuff, like knight b5, like winning on the spot or something, or whatever this is. Kindergarten stuff. No, is it knight b5 though? Because I'm not actually sure. Queen c5 seems to defend. Okay, what's going on here? First, let's count material. Material is equal. Okay. So obviously this bishop on e4 is loose and kind of hanging. Knight b5, queen c5. d4, queen takes b5. I don't see any good discovered attacks against the queen. So if knight takes e4, knight takes e4. And then we do have queen f4 there, kind of nice pinning move. So threatening queen f7 maybe. Looks kind of boring, but I mean, it seems to do the trick, and I don't really see any good follow-up here on this one. The knight b5 just looks so tempting, but queen c5 attacks the knight, and not really clear what to do from there. But knight takes e4, knight takes e4, and then queen f4 looks like a very simple solution. Defending f2, pinning the knight. Black can play bishop g7, I guess, but we take on e4 with the queen. And then at the end, black can recapture on e5, but we're always taking on b7, right? So queen takes e5, we trade queens, take on b7, and we win the rook. So let's see here. I mean, I want to be really careful because like this one is supposed to be harder than the last one. We're into the 3000s now. Actually, I need to show you guys. These puzzles are tough. You don't want to take anything for granted. But queen f4, maybe knight d7 or something. No, not convincing, because knight d7 we can always trade and take the extra piece. Okay. Let's take it. Let's pin it. Bishop h6. Okay, this move we did not see, but it doesn't seem to be a very sensible move. So I'm glad we didn't see it. I'm glad we didn't realize it was possible. Okay. Next one. White to play. Let's do material count because some stuff has gone down on this board. We have no rook. I thought we had like a exchange, or no, we have one exchange for the rook. Okay, one exchange for the rook. And black has 2 pawns as well, so big material advantage for black. But okay, we have some development. We have queen takes e5 check. Clearly things have things are promising here for white. So yeah, I'm also feeling like this queen is fixing to get trapped somehow as well. But let's see. So queen takes e5. I think king f8 to defend g7 looks logical. Guess black's next move is going to be queen to e6. So what exactly are we going to do about this one? Let's have queen c5 check. Maybe useful. I'm not sure. d6, queen takes c7, queen takes g5. Queen takes c8 check. King e7, queen takes b7 check, and we pick up the rook. No, it looks winning. Looks winning. I don't know. So queen takes e5. King f8. We can also, we can just take on c7 immediately there as well. Or throw in queen c5 check. See, now it's getting tricky. I don't like it. Okay, but yeah, we don't really need to give this queen c5 check. No need. So queen takes e5, king f8. We take on c7. And then we're threatening to take on c8. There's knight c6, and then bishop takes c6. Queen takes g5. Somehow something's like not adding up here. Very strange. That's why queen c5 check actually starts to feel more tempting. So takes, king f8, queen c5 check, d6, queen takes c7, threatening queen d8, and then if knight c6 in that position, we have queen takes d6 with check. And then bishop takes c6 with check. So yeah, that seems to be good for white. So takes, again, takes immediately, knight c6, queen d6 check, king e8. Our bishop on g5 is always hanging, so it's not super clear how we're winning there. But queen c5 check first looks like a good inclusion. And then if d6, queen c7, if king e8, queen takes c7, knight c6. Not really seeing actually such a clear difference here. So I don't really totally sure. Takes queen g5. Yeah, something's not quite adding up. Now, queen takes e5, we can also go somewhere else after king f8. Maybe we have some super strong move there. Yeah, I don't know if we do. Queen e6. Okay, very confused. Let's put it on the board. King f8, and yeah, now we have to figure out whether to take on c7 first or go d6, or go queen c5 check, or maybe something else. Queen c5, I'm still not convinced, because king just goes back to e8, and I actually don't see what we've achieved. But let's see, if queen takes c7, maybe we can try to make this work again. Knight c6. Bishop takes c6, queen takes g5 check. I mean, I'm fine with our position. We can take on b7, but not exactly clear if that's the best we can do. Queen c5 check, king e8, queen takes c7, knight c6. Difference is whether the king is on f8 or on e8. One of these is good, and the other one is not so good. But to me, they both look somewhat fine. So that's that's the confusion. One of them is not supposed to be right. And any move like h3 here, or bishop f3, I mean, I feel like is running into queen e6. Doesn't seem so tempting. But maybe we can find something else. Knight f5 somewhere. Not really seeing it. Would be nice though. All right, now I'm thinking queen c7, knight c6, queen d6 check, king e8. And then where's our win there? Dang, tough one. Yeah, kind of feels like maybe we're just missing something. Like queen c5 check, king e8, maybe h3 there. Queen e6, and then queen takes c7. You know, that looks very, very bad for black, because knight c6 we just take, and there's queen d8 mate. So queen c5, it's very computery. That's what's giving me pause. I don't like it. It's not clear that it's right. It just feels very computery. So queen c5, king e8, h3, queen h5, and queen e5 check back, king f8, bishop e7, winning the queen is just very odd, but I don't know, it kind of works. So check is the idea, king e8, h3. If this one, then we go back, king f8, bishop e7, and then we take the queen. So if check here, h3, queen e6, then I'm just taking here, and I'm saying black has no good defense. Though there is knight e7, so yeah, I'm not really buying that. Takes here, then there's no h3. Yeah, it's weird because it also just feels like white has lots of good options. I don't know, like it seems like both of these are good. Man, this one is really, really tough. And we don't have a lot of time left. We got to get going soon. Oh boy. Not a decision you want to make intuitively because there's only one right answer, and yeah, it would be really nice to figure it out, but it's very, very tough, very difficult, or at least for me, I'm just kind of struggling to see the convincing difference here. Yeah, very tempting to just guess, of course, and just say you can't do it, but yeah, it'd be really nice to figure it out. So okay, so queen c5 check, d6, I think I've ruled out pretty much. I think that just looks great for white. So check king e8 takes. There's also knight e7 here, but knight e7, knight e4, I think just looks great. So takes, knight c6, maybe knight e4 there. Looks huge. But if we take knight c6 and then play knight e4, like, why isn't that also just really good for white? Yeah, very confusing, but we don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to go with my gut here. I'm going to give the check to put the king on e8, so that when we take here, We also have this like knight e4, knight d6 follow-up. It feels a little deep, you know, to be honest, I don't fully believe it, but if it's wrong, I guess we will learn something. Taking here allows knight c6. And then all these lines, I'm not worried about this one because, you know, we're taking here and then like b7 is hanging at the end. But it takes immediately, knight c6. And then I'm not sure. Could also start with h3, queen e6, and then take this one. It's another option I haven't really thought about. And then if knight c6, we would take. Black takes back, and there's no mate. All right, let's try to give check. If it's wrong, it's wrong, but it feels like the thing to do. Oh, it was wrong. I knew it too. I knew it, but can you say it happens? All right, did you guys figure that one out? What did you guys think? Queen c7, take on c6, queen takes g5, knight e4, queen e7. Oh, I see, knight e4 at the end there. Yeah, probably that was right. Yeah. At least that seems pretty strong. And then knight can come in with f5. Yeah. Haman Ambleton, thank you for the prime sub. Great Stan account. Yeah, actually, Twitch watcher, you know I'm not reading chat. Oh boy, oh, I'm looking back. Oh my god, what a mess. You know I'm actually not reading chat while I'm solving it. You must have thought I was so... You must have thought I was illiterate. But yeah, I'm not reading chat while I'm solving them because then I wouldn't be solving them myself. So yeah, there's no reason to spam the answer because I won't see it until I'm done. It's probably just annoying for others. Thank you for following Ella Big Mac. All right, next one here. We can still get to 67, guys. We have 2 strikes left. All right, let's see what's going on here. We're down a pawn. We have some checks, 1 check, and this pawn on f2 that is very much hanging. But what are we going to take this one with? Do we take with the queen or do we take with the rook? Another one of those really tough cases. Queen e1, king h2, rook takes f2. Seems strong because rook f1, rook h1. But on rook takes f2, let's see again. This is kind of like a comparison problem where rook takes f2, maybe queen takes c5, and then white wants queen d4 check. But anyway, that doesn't lead anywhere. The king will go to rook f1, queen d4 check, king h7, and I think we're kind of mating first. So queen e1, king h2. I mean, honestly, queen takes f2 looks like a very nice position for black. Like I'm shocked we're not winning it, but maybe we're not. Maybe white goes rook to b1 and we don't actually have a forced win there. So I think taking with the rook looks stronger, and then this rook f1 threat feels very devastating. All right, let's try to get it. Let's give check. And yeah, let's take. I don't see a good way for white to create counterplay here. Is there anything? Queen c5, just rook f1. All right. Rook f1, queen d4 check, king h7. Looks like GG. And we got this one covered. Okay, we got 60. All right, not a lot of time left, so let's try to see if we can get a couple more here. Okay, this one, thematic move, looks like knight g5, hitting h7 and opening up the rook on the h file. Yeah, that's right. But knight g5, black can take with check. Take with check a second time. Takes, knight takes, bishop takes g4. We're up a pawn there, but is it good enough? We are starting off the puzzle down a piece. I guess that's important to realize. Let's see. We have other moves as well, though, like bishop d3, for example, is also a move that is maybe just crushing because it hits the knight. And if the knight moves away, then knight g5 just looks devastating. So the more I look at it, the more I like bishop d3. Knight g5 feels okay. Oh, but knight g5, there's even knight takes g5. That doesn't look nice at all. hg, bishop takes, we lose the queen. So bishop d3, definitely the front runner here. Knight f6, knight g5, looks like mate. If bishop takes d1, we have bishop h7 check. And then, yeah, some meaning ideas there. King h8, knight takes f7, knight takes, queen takes f7, etc. Okay, so bishop d3, f5 maybe. But that opens up queen g6 check, all kinds of stuff that look nice. So bishop d3, f5, maybe knight g5 there. If knight takes queen g6, check, and then hg. Knight g5, bishop takes g5, hg, queen takes. No, knight g5, bishop takes forces the queen trade. So bishop d3, f5, maybe queen e6 check, taking on d5. Sure. So yeah, I definitely think bishop d3 is the move. Question is what we're gonna do on f5. Not so simple. But yeah, I did put myself on approximately a 2-hour timer. We're just hitting that point. So we'll try to get to 61, but then we might have to call it. Okay, let's play bishop d3. This looks like the move. f5. Now let's think. Queen g6 check, knight h2 is a move. Knight g5 still, I think here just bishop takes is bad. There, we could start with queen g6 and then go knight g5, but then queen g6, king. Aha, yeah, I think that's it. So queen g6 check. If king f8, then we're taking on h7. If king h8, then knight g5. Now we have this pin on the h file. So takes, queen g5, queen g5. Black can't take back. Okay, I think this is GG. Alrighty, folks, I think I'm gonna end it there. We got 61. I'm gonna mark it off on the scoreboard. And then technically, you're allowed to continue it, but I think dojo rules is you gotta do it in one go. So I'm gonna come back another time and we're gonna go for the full 67. I know it took Jesse like 50 tries. He was, day in, day out, suffering with the puzzles. I think we can hit 67, but fortunately today we're out of time. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you guys had fun, enjoyed it, found it instructive. We'll probably put it up on YouTube at some point, and yeah, we'll try it again. Maybe tomorrow. This definitely is going to count as my calculation training for the day. Whew, that was a doozy.